8 easiest ways to drive a cool Sigma male crazy. It is known that Sigma males try their best to mind their own business and avoid confrontations, but there are some things that can easily drive a Sigma crazy. In this video, we'll uncover 8 things this group of men dislikes and how to avoid getting on their wrong side. Whether you're a friend, a colleague at work, a family member, or a partner, this video will give you insights on how to interact with Sigmas. If you're ready to understand this special group of men, hit that subscribe button and let's get started. 1. Comparing them to other men. Sigma males are often driven by a strong sense of individuality and self-worth. They value their unique qualities and abilities and work hard to improve themselves. When people compare them to other men or say they should be like other men, it can be incredibly belittling and undermining for them. One reason for this is that comparison is often a form of criticism. When someone compares a self-confident man to other men, they're essentially saying that he falls short in some way. This can be deeply insulting and can make the Sigma feel as if he's being forced to be like every other man. People who are always trying to be like others lose their individuality, and Sigmas have a strong sense of who they are and how they're different from others. They don't like it when they're constantly reminded. 2. Putting their work to waste. No one likes it when his efforts and contributions are not considered or put to use, but Sigmas can get really angry when they make a contribution to solving a problem and it is dismissed. Sigmas feel disrespected when their efforts are taken for granted. It's better not to involve a Sigma if you know you don't need their help, because when they get themselves involved in anything, they value the time given to it. Another reason this is frustrating for Sigma males is they often have a lot of respect from others, but they believe that respect has to be mutual. If they're working or discussing with others, they want everyone's opinion or contribution to be taken seriously. For these men, there are no half measures. They want to be taken seriously. This is also a problem in cases where a Sigma leads. They tend to be decision makers, but when their ideas are ignored, it means that their followers or team members might not be following the best course of action. They want to be sure that their ideas are implemented, and that their teams or colleagues are working towards common goals. If you want to build a positive relationship with a Sigma male, it's essential to listen to what they have to say to take their ideas seriously. By doing so, you'll gain their respect, and they'll be more willing to work with you and collaborate with you in the future. Sigmas hate it when they're being patronized. When someone is patronizing, what exactly does that mean? It means pretending to agree with someone when in fact you're mocking them. This is a sure way of getting a Sigma to dislike you. Sigmas are men who value self-control, hard work, and respect, and are often driven by a strong sense of pride and self-worth. They take great care to live up to their own standards and to be respected by others. When people around them are being condescending or dismissive, it can be deeply insulting. When someone speaks to or about another person in a patronizing or dismissive manner, they're essentially saying that the other person is not worth taking seriously or listening to. This is a direct attack on the Sigma male's sense of self-worth and can make him feel belittled and undervalued. Another reason is that this can undermine the Sigma male's sense of purpose and motivation. When someone is constantly being told that their ideas and contributions are not important or valuable, it can be incredibly demotivating and make it difficult for them to continue working towards their goals. These men value honesty and directness in communication. Condescending or dismissive comments often lack these qualities and can be seen as insincere or manipulative. 4. Using emotions on Sigmas. Human communication often relies on emotions. People cry to communicate with others that they are sad, and a range of other emotions serve different purposes. The problem is, emotions can be used to trick people, and Sigmas hate this. Sigma males possess a high level of intelligence and critical thinking skills. They're often driven by a desire for truth and understanding. These men value clear and honest communication and have a deep respect for rationality and logic. When people around them are being emotionally manipulative or playing games, it can be incredibly frustrating and disheartening for them. One reason for this is that emotional manipulation in games are forms of deception. Sigma males who rely on logic and facts to understand the world are often able to see through these tactics and recognize them for what they are. Being on the receiving end of emotional manipulation or games can make a Sigma stop relating with the manipulator. Another reason is that emotional manipulation and games can undermine the Sigma male's sense of trust and security. When someone is constantly playing games or trying to manipulate their emotions, it can be difficult for them to trust that person or feel safe in the relationship. Do not expect a Sigma to have open conversations or entrust anything with you if you use emotions as a means to bargain for what you want. 5. They hate being told they are too quiet. Sigmas are men who value self-control, hard work, and respect, and are often driven by a strong sense of self-awareness and self-reflection. They tend to be reserved, introverted, and think before speaking. When they're told that they are too quiet, it is usually not a welcome statement. Silence is often a source of comfort for Sigmas. It allows them to think more deeply and critically about the world around them. They understand that silence can be a powerful tool for reflection. Being quiet also allows them to avoid the noise and distractions of the world, which can lead to better focus and concentration. Additionally, Sigma men often find that being quiet allows them to be more perceptive and attuned to the thoughts and feelings of others. They listen more than they speak, and this helps them to understand different perspectives and gain insight into the human condition. All these reasons make being quiet a coveted trait among Sigma. Being told they are too quiet implies that there's something wrong with them. It can make them feel like they have to change their natural behavior in order to fit in or be accepted by others. They're not interested in fitting in or changing their nature to please anyone, so asking them to talk more often is equal to asking them to play a character. This can be deeply insulting. 6. They don't like people making promises to them. Now, that is odd, right? Usually, people love it when others make promises to them, but Sigmas don't. Using the words "I promise" or "I swear" can only make a Sigma lose trust in you. These men understand the gravity of making promises. They know that a promise is not just a statement, but a commitment to a specific action or outcome. A promise is a binding contract, and smart men understand that a broken promise can lead to disappointment and mistrust. Therefore, they're hesitant to make promises unless they're absolutely certain that they can fulfill them. That is how seriously they take making promises personally, and they expect others to take it seriously too. Sigma males are often skeptical of those who make promises too easily and frequently. When someone is always making promises, it can make Sigmas question the person's character and integrity. They may suspect that the person is not being genuine or truthful, but rather using promises as a way to manipulate or deceive others. When someone is always making promises, it can make Sigmas suspicious that the person is not fully aware of their own capabilities and limitations, or that they're not willing to take responsibility for their actions. Generally, promises can be restrictions. Sigmas prefer to have the freedom to adapt and change their plans as needed, rather than being locked into a specific course of action. They understand that life is unpredictable, and unforeseen circumstances can make it impossible to keep a promise. Therefore, making promises to a Sigma does not impress him. Rather, it can be an irritation. They believe that making promises should be done with caution, and after careful consideration. They view it as a serious matter, and they would rather be honest and upfront with people rather than make promises that they might not be able to keep. Most times, it's better not to make promises to a Sigma. 7. Don't tell a Sigma he's like every other man. Sigmas are often driven by a strong sense of individuality and self-worth. Remember that we've revealed that Sigmas don't like it when they're told to be like everyone else. They also don't like it when people think they're just one of many others too. It's common for people to judge people by their race, social status, appearance, or many other things. It is advisable to leave Sigmas out of these comparisons. The statement implies a lack of individuality and uniqueness. Another reason is that the statement undermines the disciplined man's sense of self-worth and motivation. When someone is constantly being told that they're just like every other man, it can make them doubt themselves and their own abilities. This can make it difficult for them to maintain their motivation to strive for their goals and to be the best version of themselves. 8. Asking a Sigma what he does with his time. If you know anything about Sigma males, it should be that they love having time for themselves. They usually don't want to be alone. These men often value their personal time and space as they understand that it's a crucial part of their personal development and growth. They know that solitude and self-reflection are key to understanding themselves and making sound decisions. For them, being asked what they're doing with their time is like someone trying to invade their personal space, and it makes them feel like their time is not their own. Moreover, smart men have a clear vision of their life and a set of goals that they're working towards. They also have a well-structured plan to achieve their aspirations, which they've put a lot of thought into. Hence, when someone asks them about how they spend their time, it feels like the person is not respecting their priorities and doesn't understand their hard work and dedication. Additionally, smart men have a high standard for themselves, and they're always striving for excellence. They may dislike being asked what they're doing with their time because it may come across as a suggestion that they're not productive or that they're wasting their time. It makes them feel as though their actions are being questioned and they are being evaluated, which they dislike. If you enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and watch this one as well. Thanks for watching.